Hello, hello, hello all. I have a bit of a surprise later on, and that's why you hear my daughter in the background. I was hoping actually it would be ready completely, but I'm gonna set it right here. And then I will share with everyone, just waiting to see who else will join us. Got a few things to talk about. Gonna make this really quick because I know some other candidates are having their town hall and don't want to step on their toes, and make sure that everyone's getting the information they need from their aspiring representatives. Just waiting to see who else will show up. Some updates. Mask. Okay, I'll just get started. My name is Teresa McCalman, if you didn't already know that. I am running to be your next senator in New York State 49 in that district. I'm running to unseat Republican Jim Tedisco. I don't think I need to say more than that. But just wanted to give a couple updates on COVID-19, the executive order that's happening right now, and in regards to masks and New York on pause. So I know I mentioned in our Tea for Teresa tomorrow, excuse me, take this off, keep forgetting. Yesterday that masks are a necessity when you go outside, when essential workers, their employers are required to give them masks. I was kind of frustrated with that because I think that this executive order should have been one of the first out the gate. It should have been something that we were already implementing as soon as we decided that that we had a pandemic and that we wanted to shut down the state. That's just my opinion. I know some of you probably feel the same way, some of you may not. But I think that masks should have been something that was the first executive order out the box. All right, the New York on pause has been extended to May 15th. I don't want to say I told you so, but I think I did. A lot of people are like, oh, and I've had some family members messaging me saying, do you think that we're going to actually be able to open up, say, like April 15th? I said, no, it's going to go longer than that. And then they were like the 20-something, no, it's going to go longer than that. Well, the end of April, no. I was like, that's just too soon. We have been in the midst of a really serious pandemic, and it's not just going to disappear. We have to wait for it to, actually, do what it needs to do as a virus. And right now we're still at the height of the virus. We're still at the apex. So New York on pause has been extended until the 15th. It's something that I expected. I'm not surprised. Unfortunately, for a lot of us who have children who are homeschooling children, and at least one of my volunteers, I know that they're extremely stressed because they have children, especially myself, with special needs, some children who require specific medical help or even extra help in the classroom. And parents are now burdened with being the sole teacher for their children with special needs and things. And I know it's very frustrating. I get it. Especially people who have more than one child who has special needs. I feel your pain, and we're going to get through this. And my team is available if you need anything. If you're not sure how to access certain resources, we are available. You can email us at teresaforsenate@gmail.com, and my team is definitely going to put that in the comment section. Also, just as it stated, pause. Just be grateful. Try to be grateful. Don't just be. Try to be grateful. Every morning right now, I'm trying to at least be grateful for one thing. I'm not sick, thank God. I'm an asthmatic, so this is really serious for me and my children. So I've been locked in the house for over a month. And also be grateful that you still have some family members that are here. You have family members that are not sick. You have neighbors who are not sick. I've lost 2 family members to this virus. So it's really scary because it's like right at my front door. Worried about my children and all, but every morning I try to find something to be grateful for. Even if it's the fact that I can put on matching socks. I've tried some really good habits like making my bed. I was at 2 days out of 7 days for making my bed, but now I'm down to 1. I'm going to get back to that. But just suggestions, something to get your mind off of what's happening. And if you need to take a break from your kids, don't feel bad that you're not taking a break. And also, I am a person, and most of you who know me know this about me. I like to be involved. I like to help. I like to do. And because I am high risk for this virus, I've been stuck inside, twiddling my thumbs, trying to figure out what more can I do, how can I help, and watching everyone go out to hand out food and saying hi to seniors who are stuck in nursing homes, just so many things. And I'm like, I want to do that. But I also do not want to risk losing my life or bringing that infection into my house with my children and risking their lives. So I am sitting put and finding things to be grateful about, and just doing my part by speaking to you, giving you updates on the COVID, and talking about other things that are still happening and going on. And that is my little segue to another topic. I'm looking at my notes, so if you see me looking over. Unemployment, they're still having some trouble with people having access to the unemployment and also getting return calls. They're working on it. I was lucky enough, and I say that with a grain of salt, I was lucky enough to apply for unemployment at a time where it was only 1.5 hour wait on the phone. And I was very frustrated then. So I can imagine what everyone's, the frustration and the anger. But understand that when you finally get through, when you get a return call, and understand these people are working from home, so you may get a call from a private number, answer it, it may be them. And they'll continue to call you back until you get everything settled with your unemployment. But just be patient. It's going to be retroactive, and you'll be able to get your unemployment. And I just got this email from Nationwide Insurance. I do not have Nationwide, which is really, really weird. I got to move my phone over, which is really, really odd. But they sent out this, and I know that there is a moratorium on insurance and mortgages and rent and everything like that. And there's a pause, like if you're, especially with electric bills, if you owe a bill and you have not paid, they can't cancel anything, they can't shut your electricity off and things like that. For the most part, National Grid and other insurances have been very kind about this and actually following the executive order, which makes me want to take back some of the unnice words I said about certain power companies. But I got this email, and it was very interesting because I think I just want to share a couple of things with you. There's a copy of the executive order and certain regulations from the governor's office, and then they break it down on the things in the executive order that pertain to insurance. So if you're a business, a small business, personal or something like that, like they really break it down. So I'll just read the headings. I'm not going to read everything to you. So moratorium on cancellation, non-renewal, and conditional renewals of insurance. And I am assuming this is house insurance as I'm reading it. Yep. House insurance and anything that is a result of the COVID-19 that is stopping you from making your timely premium payments. And I thought that was very important. Catching up on overdue insurance payments. There's a moratorium on that, and they go through details. Now, I'll tell you, this is nationwide. Now, I don't know if Geico is doing this or Allstate or anyone like that, but I really appreciated them sending me this, even though I don't have nationwide insurance. I really appreciate them sending me this. Policies financed by premium finance agencies. There's a grace period. Catching up on overdue payments to premium finance agencies. This is just a whole bunch of really good information in here, and I'm really hoping that the other insurance agencies are also doing things like this. How to demonstrate financial hardship. So I know with me, at least, when I'm reading my insurance, I'm like, I have no idea what all this language is, and I try my best to understand it and comb over it for a while, reading it. So for an insurance company to say, this is how you can see if you, how you can prove that you have financial hardship, which I don't think is not uneasy to prove right now during this crisis. We're all pretty much in the same boat. Most of us, unless you're an essential worker, you're in a whole nother shipwreck. And I'm going to talk about that too. But just breaking that down about property and casualty, personal auto, all that stuff. I really appreciate this email, and I'm going to see if I can post some of this on our COVID-19 website. So I really hope that other insurance companies are also doing this. Hi, Big Brother. And I see my niece is on too. Let me say hi to a few people. Hi, Felix. How you doing? Not dancing? Deasia, how are you? Hi, Cheryl. Hey, Paul. Hey, Mendo. Yes, so I just want to share that with you, and we'll take bits and pieces of it just to give you an example of what this insurance company is doing. And I think some of the language here could help you understand how you qualify for a moratorium on your insurance payments. I think that's very important right now. And that's one of the things I asked yesterday. What were some of the things that we're not hearing people talk about? Because everyone's talking about unemployment and talking about seniors, and all these things are important. But things like this, like paying your house insurance, paying your car insurance, paying health insurance, just different premiums and payments, like how is that being affected right now? And maybe Nationwide heard me say it. It's like, I don't hear anyone talking about what the insurance companies are doing. I don't know, maybe so. Okay, also absentee ballots. So I briefly spoke about this during my tea with Teresa yesterday, and right now we're all allowed to on absentee ballots. So what does that mean? So I looked up all this stuff, and I threw it at my team. And some of the things I did not agree with, and I was not too happy with. And we're still doing some research so we can give you the ins and outs of exactly how to do it. Well, we know how to do it, but how, when you finally receive your ballot, what are the steps that you need to take in order to send in your absentee ballot? Some of the things didn't fully agree with. I'm not going to mention them right now because I'll probably go on a rant, and I want to stay focused. But understand that we're going to have all of that on our website, and we'll post it on our Facebook and all our social media, so you can go to the link so you can find out how to do it. Stay tuned. By next week, we'll definitely have everything all sorted out in plain English for you. Where you can go, well, not where you can go, but what number to contact, what link to go to, anything like that, and the ins and outs of how to do it, why to do it, when to do it. And even if you have your absentee ballot, should you still fill that out now that we're going back to like meeting in public or something, or can you just keep that and just not vote at the polls, and we'll have all those answers for you. And I pretty much answered some of that in previous weeks, but now that we have a little bit more information, we're going to break it down into chunks and make sure that that's fully understandable for everybody to digest. Okay, I said essential employees. So I know a lot of my friends and family may actually be essential employees. I want to have a personal conversation with you. So next week, instead of me sitting in front of you, bumping my gums and talking about everything that you probably know or stuff like that, and have you stare at my pretty face all day, all night for like half an hour. Anyway, I want to sit and have a conversation with you, of course, virtually, and listen to you explain to people what's really happening on the ground with essential workers. I really, really want to hear from you. I remember working in retail. I remember what it's like, but I have never worked in retail during a pandemic, and most of us haven't until now. And I've never worked in retail with something that's far worse than 9/11. This is a disaster. I don't know if you realize this. This is a disaster. We are losing over 650 lives a day. That's really bad. The number in New York City is 10,000 people we've lost. And at least 2 of those people are my family. So I remember working in retail when 9/11 happened. And it's right now it's like a foggy daze. It's something I don't want to remember because I have family and friends who were actually involved, who were in the buildings at that time. So, and some family members who were volunteer emergency responders during that time. So, but being physically affected by it or personally affected by it while I'm at work, that's a whole nother ball game. And I really, 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 hey, Rhett, thanks for joining. I really, really, really would like to hear from our essential workers. And we'll do a one-on-one recorded and then share it with everyone so they can hear exactly what's going on with you. Okay, we got a few more minutes left, about 12 minutes left, and then I'm going to be done, so let me get to it. Tomorrow, it was supposed to be today, but we had some technical difficulties. I told you this last week that we're going to be speaking to certain people who are doing things in the community to help alleviate some of the stress, especially the mental strain that's happening to all of us during this time, whether you want to believe it or not. We're all going through a mental thing, a strenuous mental experience. And there are a lot of people out there who are doing things that are helping to alleviate some of this. And one of the ways is through art. So I'm going to speak with a woman that my children and I have actually, hi Kevin, how you doing? Have actually worked with in the past through art and with children. And she's including some of the seniors that are not able to get visitors in the nursing homes, and I don't want to give it all away because it's going to be an awesome talk. So tomorrow afternoon, her and I, we're going to talk, we're going to interview, and then hopefully by this weekend we'll be posting that interview so everyone can see all the wonderful things that this woman is doing with art during this pandemic. And I can't wait, and I'm so sad that we actually didn't get the computers and sound and everything working. So we're going to try another platform. Zoom was acting up. So we're going to try another platform, and I really hope to get that out to you guys. Hi, good evening, Sean. How are you? And stimulus checks. People, I want the tea. I want the tea so that when I am drinking my tea on Wednesday with y'all, that I can spill your tea all over the internet and be like, yeah, Sean, how you spending that stimulus check? How are you spending it, Rhett? Anybody, Kevin, how are you planning on spending that? You know, how much did you get? I won't tell nobody. But I'm curious how everyone's spending it. I know I've read a few articles, but I don't like he said, she said. I like to hear it from the horse's mouth. Let me know how you're spending it. some articles are saying people are going out to BJ's and buying up TVs and things like this, really trying to stimulate the economy, I guess, but not practicing social distancing and also not putting on masks. Drives me nuts. Please, people, this is serious. Wear a mask. If you're going to go out and spend your money, please be careful. Just think of other people and be careful. But I want to know. I want to know how y'all spending that stimulus check. Let me know. You can email me at teresaforsenate@gmail.com, teresaforsenate@gmail.com, and I'm hoping it is in the, let's see, is it in there? Someone on my team will post that, teresaforsenate@gmail.com. And if you have any questions or your concerns or you want to vent, you can also email me that. You can text me at 518-387-9871 and just go at it. If it's too long, it may take me 2 days to read it, but hey, I'm going to read it. 518-387-9871. Text me and let me know what's going on. And last but not least, my surprise. There is a young man that I met during William Revis's entrepreneur night back in February. I'm sure it was February because I think that's the last time I was really in a group of people. And he had these shirts. Something that, it's not the shirts that I want to do, but something, the idea that he had with these t-shirts, what I thought of with my city, he kind of encapsulated that into his t-shirts. And I thought it was really, 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 really amazing. And hold on, because I want to make sure that I get his words right. And I sent his text message to me so that I can read it to you. So his name is Jeremiah Davis, I'm sure. And he made these t-shirts. So my shirt is still wet because I washed it. So it says Love City, and this is what I was hoping that would be actually ready by the time, but I totally forgot to turn on the dryer. My bad. So it's a little damp, and I was hoping to wear it, and he made this design. It's called Love City. So I told him, I said, Jeremiah, I understand the concept that you have with this young high school student, and I wanted to... I told him, I said, I'm going to wear your shirt. Let all your family and friends know that I'm going to wear your shirt. Let me keep it up here so y'all all can see it. I purchased every color that he had, and you can change the heart color and everything. Oh my gosh. All right, let me get to it. Okay, so I said, tell me briefly who you are, what your story is, why'd you start doing this, and what is it all about? Pretty much, I think I said something like that. So he says, I'm Jeremiah Davis. Awesome young man, and he's got 3 young black women, high school students all, and himself. He's also a black young man, and 4 awesome high school students. And he said, I'm the founder of Love City. As you can see, you can find me on Instagram at love_city518 or Facebook Jeremiah Davis, Jeremiah, and I'll put that on my Facebook, Davis. Love City was created for inner cities that get bad reputations, Schenectady, or are stereotyped by other places that don't see the good in the cities, and also to help the young generations in those cities know that they can do anything they set their minds to, and that we're able to give them the resources to pursue what they want in their lives. Well said, Jeremiah. When I heard him say, I was like, oh my gosh, what I wanted to do was more of a real estate thing. I wanted to buy up all these abandoned properties and, rehab them and rent them or sell them to lower income or mixed income families. I wanted to just rebuild all the communities. That was mine. Because I said, people don't see the Schenectady that I see. I came from New York City almost 20 years ago. I'm not going to tell you how long ago. It was a long time ago. And we've been all over the capital region, but Schenectady is where we chose to settle. This is where we chose to invest. We only had 3 children at that time. I think, 2, and 1 was on the way. And we said this is where we want to live. We started out in Hamilton Hill. Hamilton Hill convinced us to stay. Believe it or not, Hamilton Hill is a bad rap, but it's really an awesome neighborhood. And that convinced us to stay and invest in Schenectady and buy our house here, and also make sure our kids went to the public schools and they got that public school education. They did do a stint in private school, but that didn't work, so we put them back in public school. So when I had seen this young man with his shirts, and William Reed was like, who? I said, me. As soon as he said who, I said, me. I'll take 4. Give me all the colors that you have. I think I filled out like 4 different forms or something like that. And I finally got my shirt delivered. Some of them are being held hostage at the high school, but he's going to deliver them to me as soon as he's able to get in the building. But that is okay, because I still have my shirt. It's a little big, but hopefully it'll shrink in the wash. But I do want to say hi, Aunt Janice. I do want to say thank you, Jeremiah, for everything that you're doing. And you are so right. Cities that get a bad rap, people tend to glaze over the awesomeness that actually happens so much more than the bad stuff. And every city has their bad things. And it's really sad that Schenectady gets a really bad rap. And that's why I ran for mayor, and that's why I'm running to be your senator, because I see the value in this city. I see the value in our youth. I see the value in our people. And I really, really, really appreciate Jeremiah and those 4 young ladies. I'm so sorry I don't remember your names, 3 young ladies. But this is really awesome. And I do appreciate everything that you're doing with this. And with that said, anybody have questions? I'm going to do this so everybody can see my heart. Right there, right over my heart, my sleeve. Anyone have any questions? Anyone have any comments about anything? It is supposed to be a town hall, and I've just been bumping my gums. We have about 3 minutes left. And I'm going to put Jeremiah's information on my website so that you can contact him and do some orders. Please support. He's a young entrepreneur. He's trying to make sure that people see the value in his city and what Schenectady can truly be, and what it truly is. So please do support him. And also, if you would like to support my campaign, you can donate at teresaforsenate.com, teresaforsenate.com. It's all over my social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everything. So $5, $10. My daughter's laughing at me. It's just like, what did you just say? Anything would help. We've got to reach a lot of people who do not have social media, so we need money for mailers. So if you can donate anything, please. Maybe this will be part of your stimulus money that you can hand over here. You can donate here, and it will go to making sure that the rest of the people in our district gets the resources that they need and the information that they need. You guys are all privileged to be on the internet to hear me give you updates on everything that's happening in our neck of the woods with COVID-19. But there are some people in the district who do not have access to the internet. So please, please, please donate. Hi, Herb. How you doing? Here's Pop. Zillia Bell. Pop's on. Zillia says hi. So if you could please, $5, $10. If you can do more than that, it is more than welcome. We need to reach everyone and make sure that we win this election and take back our district. Thank you, Papa. Thank you, Herb. Thank you so much. Oh, hey, I see Josh is on. How you doing? So thanks, everyone. Stay tuned for Jeremiah's information. Hey, Olga. How you doing? Stay tuned for, not that Olga, Jeremiah's information on the website, and teresaforsenate.com, teresaforsenate.com, and also teresaforsenate@gmail.com. If you want to answer any of those questions that I asked, how are you spending your stimulus? What's going on with our essential workers on the ground floor, please? I would really love to speak with you one-on-one. And stay tuned for absentee ballot information, and some more unemployment information, and of course executive orders, broken down very easy and easy to explain. Easily explained, and to understand here. How you doing, Josh? So teresaforsenate@gmail.com and teresaforsenate.com, please. All right, I'll talk to y'all all later, and drink tea, wear a mask. Please stay away from people at least 6 feet away. Stay safe and stay healthy. Talk to y'all soon.